Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Okay, so as you guys saw from the title of this video, your girl's coming to you guys with, I guess you could say, a challenge, if you will. Alright, you guys, it is future me. I am editing this and I wanted to come in and tell you guys. Okay, so you see what had happened was, right, I kind of sort of lied. From the title of this video, you won't be seeing it saying me reading mystery thrillers for an entire week. No, you're going to see this say weekly vlog, because that's what it turned into. Because I started off with a mystery thriller. It was a bust. I ended up returning it because I didn't enjoy it. Blase. And so I ended up turning this video into a weekly vlog of me reading just books and sharing my opinion of those books and stuff like that. In fact, in this entire week, I didn't even finish any books because your girl was so indecisive and my mood for reading just kept switching. It didn't make any sense. Like, one point I wanted to read this book, then I wanted to read another book, then I wanted to read another book. And so your girl really didn't even finish a book this week. Yeah, I didn't finish it, but it's okay. It's alright. So this is actually just a reading vlog. So I hope you guys don't mind. I had to come over, do a little voiceover for you guys. Alright, you guys, sorry about the lighting. I'm trying to get it to understand what it needs to be doing, but it's not doing what it needs to be doing. So the lighting looks funny. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know why the lighting's acting like this. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to be starting with 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. It's not a time thing at all. It's just about me just reading, seeing how many mystery thrillers I can get through in the week. That's pretty much majority of what I'm going to be reading. I'm not going to lie, I am currently reading another book that's like a romance type, smutty type book, if you know what I mean. But that majority of my day when I'm reading, I'm going to be reading this, okay? Because I have other stuff I have to do as well, but I'm going to try to just get a good chunk of this done, because I feel like reading Holly Jackson's books are very easy to read. At least that was the case with the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, reading that. I'm so sorry. Is the lighting looking crazy? Y'all, I feel like that's better. Maybe I need to turn that one off and just keep this one on. But anyway, how many? It's like around 300 and some change. Close to it's 386 pages in this book. So we'll see how far I can get into it today. My goal, at least out of all the books I mentioned to you guys, probably reading 3. I think after this book, I'm going to do a wheel spin and put all the books in like the little wheel decide thing and have it basically decide for me what book I can read next. Either that, or I might just have like a set choice on. I mean, I have 2 books that I'm really interested in reading. This one and another 2 in my selection. But you know, who knows, my feelings towards reading certain books might change. So it all just depends on the mood, really. But if I have like a hard time deciding, I'll just do a wheel decide to pick for me. But starting off with this, so yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right into reading. I'm really excited because this is actually her new release, so we'll see.
Lazy Sunday mornings, hiding under covers. I don't mind staying in with you. Play your favorite movie, laying right beside me. I don't mind when it's just us two. That corner coffee.
Alright, y'all. Sorry, I haven't read the book. Why is it so doggone bright? Is that better? I hope that's better. But anyways, let me turn this way. I don't know. Anyways, so I've been reading the book. I'm on chapter 4. I've also been eating some snacks. I ain't gonna cap. I've been hungry, okay? But chapter 4, it is definitely a little slower than A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, I would say. I feel like with that book, it was pretty quick in getting me interested. Sorry, my book's light on. It was pretty fast as far as to getting me interested in the story. But first 2 chapters were like slow in a way. It's kind of, I guess, building you up to the characters. So you have Red, you have Maddie, you have Red, Maddie, Oliver, Rainy. I don't know how to pronounce the girl's name. Okay, it's 6 people and 5 survive. So you got Red, Maddie, Oliver, Arthur, I'm gonna just call the girl Rainy or something like that. That's Oliver's girlfriend. Oliver is Maddie's brother. Rainy is Oliver's girlfriend. Arthur is the friend of, what's that dude's name? Simon. Okay, so we have Red, Maddie, Simon, Oliver, Rainy, and Arthur. I feel like she could have chose some more distinctive names, to be honest with you. Like the Arthur or Oliver, they kind of all... Simon, you could have chose some better names to distinct everybody, in my opinion. But okay, and then the Rainy, whatever her name is. So let me try to connect the dots. We're really getting this story more so from Red's point of view. And then you have Maddie, who's Red's best friend. She's known since she was like a kid. And then you have Oliver, who is Maddie's brother. And then you have Rainy, who is Oliver's girlfriend. And Oliver and Rainy, or whatever her name is, are like the oldest ones out of the group, because they are pretty much kind of being like the chaperone, if you will. Because Maddie's mom wanted someone to look after Maddie because she's like 17, and you know, she doesn't want her to drink and all that, because this is spring break basically. So you have Oliver, who brought his girlfriend, and so they're like older. I don't know how, but how long. I mean, Red talks about how Maddie in a couple of weeks is going to turn 18, so they're around, I guess, 17-ish, all of them. So you have that. Again, I told you guys, it's Oliver and Rainy. They're together. They're supposed to be like this picture perfect couple. I don't like him already. He's fucking annoying. Don't like him. We really don't get too much from Rainy, or whatever her name is, because she's currently driving the RV. They're currently in the RV driving. I forgot what they're trying to drive, but they're trying to go somewhere for spring break. So they all took turns driving, and it's currently Raina. I think that was called Raina. Her name's Raina. Raina's turn, because she took over Simon's turn, because Simon is over here drinking, and so he getting turned up. It's spring break, so he getting lit, and so he drinking. So she's like, okay, I'll take over your time driving, because obviously you're drinking, you're not driving. Simon's he's like, I guess you can kind of say the house of the party, life of the party, if you will. This is currently his quote-unquote RV, but technically his uncle's RV. And so he's just, you know, he's living life. He's living his best life, okay? And so then you have Arthur, who's Simon's friend, and that's how the group knows him through, because he technically doesn't even go to the same school that all of them go to. But since senior year, he continues to go to the same like parties and stuff like that. So they pretty much consider him like friends of all of them, because they pretty much know him through Simon. But Arthur and Red kind of have like a little flirtatious type of thing going on or something like that. But Red is very like quiet, and you get a little bit of flashback from her, and like we know now that her mother is no longer with her, as far as like, I believe her mother is no longer alive or something like that. We don't know how she dies or anything like that. We just know that she lives in a home where there is no heat or anything going on. It's really cold in there, so I'm assuming that they're struggling financially, and that we also assume her father is an alcoholic, because it was a scene where Simon is talking to her and she could smell like the alcohol on his breath, and she's like, she knows that he's been drinking, even though he's saying he has been drinking, because she knows that smell from her father, when her father lies to her and says, oh, I haven't been drinking, sweetie, but she can smell it on his breath. So that would make me think her father's an alcoholic or something like that, and he probably is not so much of an alcoholic that he's not supporting his family financially like he needs to be, because she also talks about working shifts and how she's working extra, asking for extra shifts. So she's kind of like being the adult in the house when she shouldn't be, because she's a child. But yeah, I don't think she has any siblings, or at least we haven't been introduced or talked about them. So it's pretty much just her and her dad. He's not doing what he needs to do financially as the parent, so she's taking up that role. Then you have Maddie and Oliver, who are siblings. They come from, I guess you could say, a well-off family. They haven't really said anything about their dad, but their mom, we know, is like a attorney or something like that. And we learned that she is currently stressing over a case that's going on, a very high-end case about a gang-related situation where a gang member killed another gang member, and that gang member has been someone that they have been trying to like stick and try to put in jail for the longest, for like racketeering, I think he said, and for some other reason as well. But they for some reason cannot like stick anything to him to get him, you know, locked up. So but now they're trying to get him from murdering this person, because usually I guess when he deals with murders, he deals with basically just like hiring other people to do it. But in this case, they have a witness that witnessed him actually killing the other person. So that's what Oliver's and Maddie's mother is currently dealing with. And so he also talks a little bit about the case and how there has been a witness again, and so they're trying to keep this witness under wrap as to like who actually saw the dude kill the other gang member. And for some reason I feel like that's got to be one of the main points in this thing, because we know that someone is after them while they are on this whole trip trying to get to where they're going. Because I'm currently at chapter 4, and at the end of chapter 3 they say author ends up saying, but she was saved by author calling shit, I think we went the wrong way. So as you can see, chapter 3 ending, it shows that they went the wrong way. They're gonna get lost eventually, right? So my thing is, this is my theory, hear me out. It's a reason why they keep bringing up her mom. At first, at one point, I thought her mom might have been the witness, but her mom's dead. Is she dead? Because I'm the type of person, I need to hear a dead, I need to see a dead body. I need to read that y'all seen the dead body. Like, did we see the dead body? Or is your mama just gone? Because in the beginning, it was kind of confusing. I think what it was in the very beginning, it was giving us a flashback of how maybe her mom died. And I just didn't understand what the hell I was reading. I was like, huh? But maybe that's what that was. So maybe her mom really is dead. But if that is the case, it's got to be something dealing with this gang member. Because you know how when stuff like that happens and you have a witness, we always see in movies how the witness ends up being dead because the gang member sends some people to kill the witness so they don't have to go to jail for it, you know, because they got connections like that. So here's my theory. Here's my thought process already. What if Red was the one who saw? You know? What if Red is the witness? Or one of them is the witness? And that's why they're getting, you know, somebody's coming after them, because they're not technically coming after them, but they're coming after the witness, and this witness is in this group, and so that's why they're getting, like, you know, like, I don't know, maybe it might have nothing to do with the whole, maybe that was just a thing that needed to be stated, that the mom was stressing because Maddie was like, oh, why is she always like on me or something like that, because she mentioned, because the mom calls the brother, calls Oliver, and he has her on FaceTime, and she's the mom is telling Maddie, don't drink, you're only 17 or something like that, you don't need to drink to have fun, blase blase. And so they go into this whole back and forth about that, and that's when it comes out about what she does and what case she's currently working on. So I'm just trying to figure out, is it a reason that was even discussed, or was that just said to be said? You know, like, I don't know. But if it was a reason it needed to be discussed, I feel like that might be it. Like, somebody here is a witness, and that's why somebody is after them. Like, also in the synopsis, it talks about how themselves are holding secrets. They're not being completely honest. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if what the mom does and like the gang members killing someone and sending somebody out to like kill the witness, I feel like one of them is the witness, and they're trying to come and get one of them. That's just my theory. I don't know. I got to get into more of the story. Again, like I told you guys, I'm not really reading this as far as like time crunch, like I need to just keep reading for a certain amount of hours. It's basically just how many thrillers I can read in a week. My goal is 3, but if I can get to more, I can. I would love that. But yeah, so that's pretty much what we got so far. I don't like Oliver. don't like him. The way he's just so snobby. He swears he's so uppity, and I guess I understand because you're older, but it's not just because you're older than everybody in the group. It's just like he gives off such a dick vibe. Like he gives off he's a big dick. And I'm not saying he got big dick energy. I'm just saying he's like a big dick, and not in a complimenting way. You know what I mean? I don't like him. He's one of the characters I really do not like as of right now. But yeah, I just want to give you guys that little update so far. I'll come to you guys probably when I'm halfway in, maybe when I get to like 100 pages or so, I'll come back. I'm currently on page 28. But yeah, that's that little update. So I'll see you guys in my next one. All right, y'all. Y'all see y'all in a whole new position. We gotta talk about this. So I ended up taking off the little sleeve, but you guys know I'm reading 5 Survive by this Holly Jackson. This is the sleeve. I am on chapter 12. This page 91. This is not good. Oh my God. This is not good. This is not giving. It's not giving. This is not good. It's so slow. It's not good. It's not good to the point that I had to go on YouTube and try to look at like non-spoiler reviews of the book and try to see like, is it me? Like, is it me? Am I the problem? Like, is it me? And I'm realizing it's not really me. It's not me, because I was watching. What was her name? I wasn't watching the whole thing. Heidi Dishler. I don't know if I pronounced her name right. I put the picture somewhere in the screen because she has a part in her video where she has like spoilers and then non-spoilers. And I was looking at one of the comments in her video. Did I take a screenshot of it? I did not. Let me see. Like, she rated the book like 4 stars. She said she felt personally that the book, her Good Girl's Guide to Murder, was definitely better than this. And she kind of spoke on how she feels like Holly might not have a book better than that, because this definitely was not better than that at all. It's like, when you start A Good Girl's Guide, in the beginning it gets you right then and there. This book, it didn't get a little interesting until like maybe chapter 10. Bitch, I don't have time to be reading to chapter 10 to get interested in your book. Like, I don't have time. I don't have time to get to chapter 10, because my attention span is very small, very short. I have a childlike attention span. Like, I need it to be interesting at the very beginning. And so I saw this comment and I felt like this is exactly how I feel about this book. This is actually a comment pertaining to from her video, and somebody commented and said, "This book was not great. Red was so unlikable. She was too self-loathing to be anxious to an anxious level. The story itself was really boring and predictable. Each character was very one-dimensional. Red's internal monologue was superficial and added nothing to the actual plot or story. It was a bad book. 0 out of 10. Also, Oliver's unwavering support of his crap mom reached a weird level." Y'all, where was the lie? And also, somebody commented about the curtain scene. Now, if you haven't read the book, you won't know. I don't think this is even a spoiler, but it's like, it's this part where they're sitting in the RV and Red keeps talking about these curtains that she sees in the RV. And at one point they was talking about something, and then she stopped talking about it and said, "Does these curtains remind you of something?" or whatever the case may be. And they're like, "No, they're just curtains." Because I guess it's like a certain design on them. And she was looking at them like, no, it's something they remind me of or something like that. Okay, fast forward a little bit into the book. They're sitting down, talk about something else. Then I think she thinks about the curtains again while they're having a whole different conversation. I think this conversation was actually about when Oliver was telling Simon about what his mom does and how his mom is a DA and something like that. And of course, at this point, because like I said, Red and Maddie have been best friends since they were children. And I actually found out in chapter 11 that Red's mom and Maddie's mom were best friends, but we all know right now Red's mom is dead. And we also found out that her mom was a police officer and her mom is dead. So her mom's a police officer and Maddie's mom is a DA. So Red's mom's dead. They was best friends, so that's pretty much how her and Maddie are best friends, because they're pretty much at this point like family. And so while Oliver is going on talking to Simon about what his mom does, she then reiterates the curtains again, saying that, I don't know, does it remind me of something about like Phineas and Ferb or something like that? Like, I don't know, the name drops of so many businesses and companies and so many things that we know in pop culture, you could say. Like, did she have the right to be name dropping all this shit? Because she was doing Phineas and Ferb, SpongeBob, T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T. Like, I don't know, do you have to like get approved to be like saying these things in a book? Like, I don't know, because I remember, I know, have you guys saw American Psycho? Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called, American Psycho, where it was a scene in the book where they was talking about, I guess he had the main character was sleeping with a woman, and she was like asleep and he was still awake in the bed, and the way that she was positioned, she kind of touched his watch, and he was like, don't touch the Rolex. But that was in the book. But as you guys know, American Psycho is actually a movie, and in the movie they had to change that line because Rolex didn't want to be associated with the book or with that movie, because it is freaking crazy. So he had to switch the line to say, don't touch my watch, instead of saying don't touch my Rolex. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, maybe you can say the stuff in the book, because it's not like, if it gets to a TV or movie or something like that, then maybe you probably have to switch some stuff. But I'm just like, dang, cause she say all the T-Mobile, the Verizon, AT&T, SpongeBob, Phineas and Ferb, like, are you able to say all this stuff? I don't know, but she's name dropping a whole lot of stuff we would know in, you know, modern society, okay? But besides that, she says that then, and then it's another point. At this point, we have discovered the sniper is somebody who's sniping them while they basically shot out all their tires, shot out their gas tank. They're stuck there now in this RV, all 6 of them. And then this girl is still thinking about them damn curtains and talking about, no, maybe it's something with SpongeBob. I'm like, why are you still thinking about these fucking curtains? What does the curtains have to do with anything in this story? I know they have nothing to do with the story. I know they don't. Like, nobody can tell me these curtains are going to have a main plot in this book. They're not. Why does she keep thinking about curtains, especially at a time where motherfucking has sniped out y'all tires, your gas tank, and everything? Sis, can you please? And like the comment said, she is very self-loathing. She is not likable. She's not like Pip at all. Like, I don't care about Red, to be truly honest. I'm getting a little bit tired of getting the flashbacks of the mom at like when the whole snipe thing happened. This bitch didn't even move. Like, everybody's running back into the RV because they was outside the RV. She's still standing there. She over here talking about, she thinking about her mom and how her mom told her how she needed to run whenever she heard like shooting, because it's better to run instead of hiding, because they can't shoot at you if you're running or something like that. I'm just like, you were thinking about all this while somebody's sniping at y'all. This is not the time for that. Sorry, my camera keeps going on in and out, but it's not the time. And I told myself, if I got to page 100 and I didn't like this book, baby, I wasn't going to continue reading it. I'm on chapter 12, page 91. I ain't even make it to the 100 mark. I don't want to finish reading this. And honestly, I know I told you guys at the very beginning of this video that this was going to be a video about me reading thrillers for a week. But baby, this might just be a weekly reading vlog. Because I was already reading a book before I hopped into this. I was reading a book on my Kindle, my Twisted Obsession. This is like the 4th book in this series. I've already read the first 3, which is basically about 2 main characters, and then the other 2 books, because it's actually a 5-book series, but the other 2 books in the series are like about the characters, not the main 2 characters, but like friends of the main 2 characters, if you get what I'm saying. Like, this book is actually about the main character. It was a long time ago that I read the first 3 books, but it's about the main character's cousin and this girl, and it's, so, you know, it's like a little bit more information about the side character, if that makes sense. And I am enjoying it, and I feel like we're gonna cut short this whole mystery thriller crap and hop into this, because I would prefer reading this over that. And honestly, I'm DNF'ing it. I'm DNF'ing for sure. Do I know if I'm gonna get back to this? I don't know, because to already be hearing from somebody review, and not only just their review but me actually reading it for myself, it's not that good. And I had so like high hopes for the book. I said this in my unboxing of the book. I said this in the beginning of this video because again, I really did like the first book of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Even though I didn't read the other two, maybe that's what I should just do instead of reading this. Hop into the other two. But this isn't. It's not. It's so slow, and my attention span is just. You got to keep me there. Now, like I don't have to be time to begin to chapter 10 to enjoy it, and even now I'm on chapter 12 and I'm not enjoying it. I don't care about the characters. None of them are really likable. I do like Arthur. He's quite sweet. He's really sweet, but I don't like Oliver. I'm starting not to like his sister Maddie, because that's her best friend. I don't like her either. I don't like none of them right now. So it's not giving what it needs to be giving. I have some other mystery thrillers I could probably hop into, but honestly, like in order to meet, I've realized I can't just read mystery thrillers back to back to back like I thought I could, because I just can't. I have to hop into like a romance and then go to a mystery thriller, then a romance, like I have to. So yeah, I know I'm probably gonna edit this video to make it look like to give you guys a heads up that this is no longer going to be a mystery thriller in a week type video. It's going to be like a weekly vlog of me reading type video. You know, I'm scratching the whole mystery thriller because baby, I just don't. I started having a headache. I was literally first of all, her font in this book, it's so small. I don't understand. It was the same thing in A Good Girl's Guide. It's so small. I don't understand. It needs to get bigger. I was literally about to fall asleep reading this. I just don't care for it. So I'm DNF'ing 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. I don't want to give a final review because I haven't finished it, but I feel like the fact of it that I'm DNF'ing it, sorry, pretty much explains how I feel about it in a way. Like I don't know. I might try to do a little bit more reading of this. Maybe I want to, because you know, if I end up not really liking it, if I get to a point like halfway in the book and I don't like it, then I'm just gonna return it, get my money back from Amazon, because ain't nobody got time wasting money on books we're not gonna read or finish, you know. But as of right now, I'm telling you guys, I'm DNF'ing 5 Survive by Holly Jackson, and I'm hopping into my other read, my Kindle read, which is Twisted Obsession by Keta Kendrick. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. So I just want to give you guys a heads up. We're done with this one. We tried. It tried, but it really isn't. It isn't giving what it needs to be giving. So yeah. Alright y'all, what's up? It is Tuesday. It's the next day. What time is it actually? Let me see. It's 11:43. I'm a little late to reading because I ended up decided to play some of my video games before I decided to hop on and start reading. I ended up reading till probably like 1 a.m. this morning, I guess you could say. You guys know yesterday I updated you guys on how I DNF'd 5 Survive by Holly Jackson because it just was not good. It just was not good. It was not giving what it needed to be giving, and I told you guys how I ended up jumping back into Twisted Obsession, which is the 4th book in a 5-book series. I read the first 3, and basically the last 2 are basically just like spin-offs of characters that are introduced like in the 3rd book of the series. That makes sense. Like the first 3 books in the 5-book series are about the main 2 characters, and the other 2 books, 4 and 5, are about spin-off characters. So I already know I'm not going to read the 5th book just because I don't really care too much about those characters, but I am reading book 4, which is Twisted Obsession. It's the Twisted series, I believe, Twisted Mind series by Keta Kendrick. You can find it on Kindle Unlimited if you guys want to check it out yourself. But yeah, I think yesterday when I told you guys I was going to just decide to read that book, I was like 18% in that book. As of this morning, 1 a.m., I ended up getting to chapter 24, and I now am 43%. I am 43% in the book now. So obviously 18% to 43 is a lot. I read a lot. I'm currently on page 142. It is 332 pages. in the book. So I'm pretty my goal is to finish this book today. I have some books on my bookshelf that I really want to hop into. I think I have like 2 of them. One is a mystery thriller, but I've heard like really good reviews on that one. 5 Survive wasn't really a book that I heard good reviews on. I think, well, let me say this, I did, but I feel like people were giving it good reviews just because they love the Good Girl's Guide to Murder books, and that's from the same author. So they were pretty much just rooting that, oh, this is going to be good too, because her other books were good from that series. But that book is definitely below that series. Like, I don't know, it wasn't hitting. Maybe I might try to hop into it again and try to give it a chance. I did tell you guys that I do want to eventually come out with a video of me reading books I DNF'd and trying to get back into them, but we'll see if that happens or not. But yeah. So again, I'm just gonna hop back into the Twisted Obsession. 43% in. I'm enjoying it, loving it. If you want a little quick synopsis, it's basically like a little BDSM smut type read type stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's it. At the end of the day, for me, smut reads, erotic reads, BDSM reads, it just always, I don't know, it just always gets the job done for me. I don't know, anytime when I'm reading something bad, I hop into one of these and it just makes it all better. Or some type of romance, let me say, it makes it all better. I don't know, but my goal is to finish this book today and then hop into another book for this week. So yep, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm also drinking my coffee. But what does it say? Make today count. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's hitting. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing today. Just finishing up this book. I'll come back to you guys maybe when I'm like, I don't know, maybe 80% left in the book, because I'm gonna binge read this. I'm probably also gonna have like some YouTube video playing in the background. I don't know, but just want to come in and give you guys that little update for today, what I have planned. When I finish this, then I want to do like a wheel spin, because I am deciding between 2 books I want to pick up after this one. So maybe we can do like a wheel decide thing of which book I should read next out of the 2. So yeah. And also, I want to give you guys an update. I realized, I know YouTube has been changing like their little policies or whatever, because usually you have like certain subscriber things you have to meet in order to get other things unlocked on your channel. I don't know if they've changed it to now anybody and everybody can make community posts, because I was under the impression that you could only have like, you had to have 500 subscribers to get the community post thing unlocked. I don't have 500 subscribers on this channel or on my gaming channel, but for some reason I can upload community posts, so that's interesting. But yeah, maybe I'll do more of that as far as like asking you guys which one you like as far as books, which one should I read, do a reading vlog of, you know, so I can have more interaction with you guys instead of just waiting to upload a video and then you guys commenting things. I can just get your input right then and there. So maybe that was a really fun thing to discover yesterday, because I was actually trying to set up my Goodreads. I have it, but I really don't be using it like that. Like, I don't update the books I read, my physical TBR. Like, when I read Kindle books, I don't update it from there, because, you know, the Kindle and Goodreads is kind of linked automatically. So when I finish this book, I could automatically put this on my Goodreads and have it like, okay, I finished this, I gave it this amount of stars and blase blase. But as for my physical TBR, I don't do that because I'm just too lazy. But I'm going to try to get that updated and get that figured out. I do want to at least have it good and ready for next year, so I can set a reading goal of how many books I'm going to read in a year. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I had to say for this part of the video. But yeah, I'll come back to you about like 80% in the book, how I'm feeling, and you know, so. Alright you guys, so I'm actually not at like 70% or nothing like that. I ain't gonna cap, I took a little break of reading actually, to like just because my head was kind of starting to hurt. But I kind of sort of got my new phone case, because I need a new phone case. I don't know if you guys can see. Look at this. It's pretty much like this, and then my screen protector, if you guys can see, is cracked. So yeah, I got a new screen protector I need to put on it. Then I have my new phone case I want to show you guys. It's so cute. Hopefully it looks exactly like how it's supposed to look because I got it from Amazon. But yes, I'm about to go ahead and do that. Just want to kind of show you guys. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. Can you see? Okay, so I'm about to actually take off this phone case and stuff. I'm probably gonna mute this and mute this because I kind of want to watch a YouTube video. But yeah, I'm about to go ahead and take this screen protector off.
Grass was looking greener way back in the past on the other side of Centennial Glass. It was always said, don't look ahead, but I can't help but feel misled. We carry along now, trying to forget everything we knew. Dead weight, God, it's home. Don't know what we were meant to be. We carry along now. You've been carrying on without me. Memories rolling back. Don't know what we were meant to be. It really was so pretty looking into the glance, but it gets a lot better when it doesn't exist. So count your sheep and do your dream in the golden shade of memory. Autumn turned cold on the first of the month. Spring took a break since 21. It's all gone to hell like the infidels. Start tossing coins and wishing wells. We carry along now. Try to forget everything we knew. Dead weight, bodies home. Don't know what we were meant to be. You carry on now. You've been carrying on without me. Memories rolling back. Don't know what we were meant to be.
But I try my best to put the new screensaver on, so it's not that bad. Not a lot of air bubbles. So that's pretty much that for that.
You're leaving. For what?
I have my phone case.
I really do. That's what keeps me going.
Yo, I'm
There's things I
excited.
have to stay alive to do.
Ooh, y'all, look at my phone
So,
case.
what do you
It's
think?
Joel from The Last of Us. Y'all, it's my baby.
I'm getting better.
Hold on, let me put this on.
There's not much to it. The wound was pretty clean.
Oh my god. I love it. It looked good. It said it was gonna come like way later, but this came literally, I ordered this when?
Still have to ask
Friday?
about it.
Oops, sorry y'all. Y'all can hear the thing in the background. I ordered this Friday and today is Monday. So it did not take long at all for me to get this. Now I just need to change like my stuff in here on my screen. Stuff like that. Oh my goodness, it's a phone case, y'all. This is so, I need to redo like this part of my screen. As you guys can see, I did have a cake that says happy on it. I need to change that, like decorate my phone, because in the inside of it, it's like a green matcha theme I have going on with my widgets and stuff. So yeah, I kind of need to update that. But the phone case, it's giving what it needs to be giving. The Last of Us Part 2 Joel. I wanted a picture of him with his long hair, because in the second game he has longer hair. Yeah, he has longer hair in the second game, so I wanted like this picture of him. I like the case. It came quick. It's nice. It looks very sturdy, as far as like if I drop it, it'll be like some type of protection. This is quite sticky a little bit though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to figure, is it my, this is quite sticky. Yeah, it is kind of like sticky, Like, I mean, it kind of gives like a little grip to it a little bit, but I love it. I love the case. It's cute. I don't know how I feel about it because it is quite sticky. Feel in the back of this. But if you guys like love The Last of Us like I do, you love the game, you love Joel, and you want this phone case, I'll link it in the description box below. Also, I'll link the I linked this. This is just basically a glass screen protector because I need another one because I broke my other one. And I think I did pretty good as far as putting it on. So yeah, I like it. So I just want to give you guys that little clip of me doing the whole phone case thing. I'm still gonna continue reading Twisted Obsession. But yeah, again, my goal is to finish it today. And I plan on finishing it today. So yeah. Alright, you guys, welcome back. It is actually Tuesday. I want to explain. I'm so sorry that I did not come back to you guys anytime yesterday besides me putting on my phone case. I'm sorry. I even updated my phone to the new iOS 16. Can you guys see? Ooh, now you don't want to be on. Any other time you want to be on. Look, I updated it. It's kind of cute. Can you see the new font thing and all that stuff? Yeah, I did that. I also did read. I want to mention that to you guys. I did read. I ended up finishing the book. I ended up finishing the book today, actually at like 12:30, as you saw from the time. It is 1:24. I finished it like a couple of minutes ago. Twisted Obsession, I gave it like 5 stars because I loved it. Again, if you guys want to check it out, it is the 4th book in a 5-book series. I read the first 3 already and I loved them. And so the 4th book is about 2 main characters that you learn in the 3rd book, but you have to read the other 2 to understand them. Because the first 2 are about Aaron and Morgan. Is it Morgan or Megan? Megan. Aaron and Megan. Or is it Morgan? See that? I get confused. Is it Morgan or Megan? Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Aaron and Megan. So the first 3 books are about them. And then the 4th book is about Ansel and Regina. Ansel is Aaron's cousin. And then you learn in the 3rd book how Regina relates to... It's my dog. He's trying to like do a whole U-turn behind me, so that's what you just heard. But yeah, so pretty much that's what the 4th book is about. So it's a continuation, a little bit of that story. And I love books when they incorporate the other characters, like the main characters, if these are like side characters having their own little story, because they talk about Aaron and Megan in this book a little bit, and I'm like, because I love them so much. But anyways, I just want to give you guys a heads up. I finished the book, Twisted Obsessions. I finished it today. I started that Saturday. Late at night, and I finished it today at 12:30. So now the whole thing to do now is to pick another book to read. I have some selections on my mind as to what books I want to read. Y'all want to see my dog Rocky? I don't want to show y'all my messy room, but I'm going to show y'all him. Rocky, don't do this, please. Come on, boo. Hey. Okay, he said bye. Hey, okay, he said bye. That's my little chocolate lab. I'll show y'all a better picture. Actually, I have him as one of my widgets on here. Can you guys see him? Let me see. Look at him. This is him smiling. I hope you guys can see that. That's him smiling and how he usually smiles and stuff. But I actually, let me lock this so nobody comes in, barging in. But I have 3 books on my TBR that I'm interested in reading. You guys know originally this video was supposed to be like a mystery thriller type crap, and you know how that turned out with 5 Survive. I actually set up a return thing on Amazon so I could just take that back to UPS. Because that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to hop back into this. Well, I have until February 1st to finish the book if I want to. Or I can just like turn it in, return it. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to get to it anytime soon. And if I don't, I'll just return it back to Amazon. But so I have about 3 books that I was interested in reading. So let me just grab them for you guys. I have The Worst Best Man. This book I'm quite interested in reading. And then I have Daisy Jones and the Six. I showed you guys that in my unboxing. I was actually, you know what, I'm thinking I got like, do I want to start? I don't know. But basically I have this one as well. I'm trying to think. I know this one I want to read. I've heard really good things about. Silent Patient. And then I'm debating, do I want to incorporate the Family Game? I'll incorporate it because I'm going to do a wheel spin. So we incorporate the Family Game as well. So basically I have these 4 books. I got these 4 books here. Again, the Family Game. Ignore my messy bed, please. Then you have the Silent Patient. Then we have Daisy Jones and the Six. And then we have The Worst Best Man. And so yeah, that's pretty much I'm gonna do a wheel spin. I'll show you guys. I'll put it like somewhere in the video of me like doing the wheel spin, and I'm gonna just see whichever book lands on twice. That's the book that I'm gonna read. So let me just go ahead and set that up on my phone. Alright you guys, so I basically set it up on my phone. I'm gonna go ahead and screen record. Okay, so again, the rule is basically whichever the arrow lands on twice, that's the book I'm going to start reading. So again, I have The Silent Patient, The Worst Best Man, The Family Game, and Daisy Jones and the Six. Out of all of them, I think Daisy Jones and The Worst Best Man, even The Silent Patient is the one I'm more interested in out of all of the 4 to read, honestly. But I'm going to go ahead and do it, y'all. So the first spin. The Family Game. Of course, I say 3 books out of the 4 I'm interested in, and it ends up picking the one that I was not that interested in. Even though all of them are a pretty good selection, I feel. But again, we got the first one, The Family Game. I did the second one, y'all. Please be something different at least. Okay. The Worst Best Man. Alright, let's go, y'all. Let's see. The Silent Patient. Alright, come on now. The Silent Patient. The Silent Patient got twice. Alright, y'all. It's called for mystery / thriller. So this is going to be my next book that I'm reading, The Silent Patient. I think I'm going to go ahead and start it off now. You know, why not? I don't have anything else. Oop, let me start recording. Yeah, I don't have anything else really I need to be doing right now. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and start reading this. And I'll basically just come back to you guys. Maybe when I get to like page 50. Or when I get to something that's really interesting in the book, because again, I've heard really great things about it. So as far as this goes, the synopsis says Alicia Bernisson's life is seemingly perfect until one night when her husband Gabriel returns home late from work and Alicia shoots him 5 times in the face and then never speaks another word. Alicia's refusal to talk or give any kind of explanation turns a domestic tragedy into a mystery that captures the public imagination. And she, the silent patient, is hidden away from the tabloids at the Grove, a secure psychiatric unit in North London. Criminal psychotherapist Theo Faber is captivated by Alicia's story and jumps at the opportunity to work with her. His determination to get her to talk and unravel the mystery of why she shot her husband will take him down a path more unexpected and more terrifying than he ever imagined. So that's the synopsis. I'm going to go ahead and start it right now. What time is it? It is 1:54, about to be 2 p.m. Tuesday, December 13th. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and start this off and come back to you guys maybe at page 50 or whenever something is really interesting and I want to talk about it. But yeah. Alright you guys, so it's currently like 5:03. You guys can see it's 5:03. I did not get to page 50 yet. I'm actually on page 30. I'm almost there. I actually had left my home. I took my book with me, but I didn't do too much reading. I ended up going to Walmart and stuff, well no, Publix and stuff like that. But I just want to give you guys an update because you know in the beginning of this video I was reading 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. I ended up going to UPS and returning that to Amazon, so they are like, you know, doing the whole refund thing, because I didn't even realize your girl paid like $16 and some change for that book. So I ended up refunding the book, returning the book, so I'm getting a refund because you guys, I wasn't feeling that book. You guys know that in the beginning of this video. But I'm almost at page 50. I should get to a pretty good length in this book because I'm enjoying it so far. I don't know, it's something about, what's his name? The psychotherapist. What's his name? Theo, it's something about him. The fact that you quit your own job to go to a whole nother like hospital just to look at and help one person. You know, it's something up with him, because they did give us a little backstory about him and how he grew up and how he pretty much why he wanted to become a psychotherapist and stuff like that, and like how he was dealing with abusive father and stuff like that. So we got a little bit of that background from him. So it's something. It's gonna be something with him, I really feel like. And as for I've been saying Alicia, but it might be Alicia. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna keep saying Alicia because I don't know. But you know, they give you the whole spiel of what she did in the very beginning. You know, with shooting her husband in the face, and how she basically tied his arms and legs up, and then shot him like a couple times in the face, and very close. She was very close to him shooting him at that point, as well. So I'm currently at the part where he is now working in what is the hospital? The Grove. That's what it's called. The Grove is the hospital that Alicia is at, and he has applied and got a he applied for the position of being a psychotherapist, and he has gotten approved for the job. And so he's currently working there, and he saw Alicia. They had this like community meeting with the patients and the doctors, or everybody who works there basically. So he saw her, and so I'm pretty much at that part where he's talking to the professor. His name is quite interesting to pronounce. Professor Diomedes. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm on chapter 6. I'm on chapter 6 of the book. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at, page 30. I'm gonna come back update you guys on page 50, but that'll be very soon. So probably, because I realized there's parts in this book. It's like part 1, part 2, part 3. So maybe part 2 or part 3 I'll come back to you guys and give you guys an update. But besides the book, so I gotta say something. So y'all, by the time y'all seen this video, you would have saw my unboxing video already. And in that video, I specifically said I was not getting any more books. I'm gonna tell you guys now, in this video right here, right now, I lied. I actually have a package here now, and I actually have a package that's coming Friday of another book. So I just figured, why not go ahead and unbox it for you guys on this video. So let me just go ahead and go and get it and unbox it. Y'all, I know. Y'all like, really, girl? You said no more books. I lied. So here it is. The second time we met. Honestly, what made me get this book? Oh, it's kind of wet. They had put it under my mat outside, and it was raining, and so the book is cold. But this is the book I got. What made me get it? Honestly, I was looking at one of the, I forgot her name. I might put it somewhere in this video. I was watching her video of her doing a bookshelf tour. That's what she was doing. So she had some books sectioned off in different colors, and so she had this book at the very top of her orange collection. That looks interesting. So I ended up looking up the synopsis on Amazon. So I got it, and that's pretty much what happened. But the synopsis basically reads, it says, recovering from a heartbreak, unlucky in love events, manager Kara, I don't know if it might be Kara, has vowed to avoid relationships. This is until fate throws her into the path of handsome and kind Henry, who is worlds apart from the men she's dated before. Fortunately, this encounter is short-lived when Kara misses her coach home, and with it, any chance of seeing him again. But fate is not finished with the mismatched couple when Kara quite literally bumps into Henry at a second time at a work event. The run-in leaves them with feelings instead of bruises, and they can't wait another day before seeing each other again. Yet it soon becomes clear how deeply different their worlds are. Kara's drama-filled African and Caribbean family couldn't be further from Henry's family of wealthy lords and ladies. With interfering relatives, problem friends, and an inconvenient ex-boyfriend attempting a comeback, everything seems stacked against the two new lovebirds. This is no straightforward love story. Kara and Henry will have to get creative with romance if they stand any chance of beating the odds to win their happy ever after. The Second Time We Met is a hilarious and heartwarming romance, perfect for anyone who believes in second chances. So I'm guessing this might be like a second chance romance, and I've honestly never read any second chance romance. So this will be my first. It's by Frances Masai Williams. I'm hoping I pronounced her name right, but this is basically the book. So yeah, this is the first book I have that's come today. I ordered 2. This one and the other one's coming Friday. They only pay like, I think $8 or something for. That's a really popular book that I also got from that video. That she said she really enjoyed, and I've actually heard really great things about that book. So for me to get it on a deal, because I guess I'm accumulating points with Amazon for something, because I keep buying books, so I'm accumulating points that can get my prices to be cheaper. So I only paid like, see, it is actually like 12 something. It was originally like $11.47, so plus tax would be like 12 something, but I only paid like $9.89 for it, because I got like $2 off of it, something like that. So that was a pretty good deal for that book, especially because I've heard good things about it. So you guys should see that unboxing in this video as well later on in the video. But yeah, so I basically just want to give you guys that update. I'm on chapter 6, page 30 of The Silent Patient, and basically unboxing this for you guys. So yeah. Okay y'all, so I'm officially on part 2 of the book. I'm on page 53. So I guess they got it split up into like different parts, and in each part they take it back to chapter 1. So I'm on part 2, chapter 1 of the book. I'm enjoying it a lot. I like how it's not just about like one main thing as far as like Alicia and trying to get her to speak, but I'm sorry my lips look so ashy. I don't know why they look so ashy. Ignore that. But yeah, because you get a little bit about Theo, like that whole little ending part. What was that, chapter 10? In part 1 you get a lot of it is about Theo and his wife Kathy. And girl, I know it's gonna, like, I feel like, okay, because let me tell y'all something. I told you guys a little bit about how I felt about infidelity in the book, what was it called? The Lifestyle, which is basically about infidelity in a way, and her trying to save her marriage when she finds out her husband has cheated on her by becoming swingers. So yeah, this book, in that last chapter, chapter 10, Theo is kind of like talking about how he met his wife, and baby, him and his wife is dirty as fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. They dirty as fuck. They met because, well, first off, when they met, they were both in relationships. And so his girlfriend and her boyfriend knew each other, and he's not exactly sure on the details, but he thinks either Kathy, his wife now, ex-boyfriend, was either dated one of his girlfriend's roommates, or it was vice versa. Either way, one of them dated the other's roommate, and that's how they know each other, something like that. But basically he was like, oh, it was love at first sight, even though they met when they were both with their partners. So Kathy was already there with her boyfriend, and then he came in with his girlfriend, and he just saw Kathy. He was like, it was love at first sight, and he didn't really give a fuck about his girl or nothing like that, because it was one part where he talks about how she was ready to leave the club, because they was like at some club, and he was looking over at Kathy a little bit, like stalking her a little bit and looking at her, and he saw how she mouthed F you to her boyfriend. So then he saw them arguing or something like that, and then his girlfriend's like, I'm not really feeling it or whatever, I want to go home. And he's like, no, let's just stay and try to have another drink. And she's like, no, I just want to go. And then he's like, okay, just go. And I'm just like, dude, she came with you. But anyways, he's like, just go. And so she kind of like feels some type of way about it, but she ends up leaving. And as soon as she leaves, he goes over to Kathy and is like, oh, I think his name was Daniel, like, is Daniel gone? And she's like, yeah, he's gone. And then she asks about Mariana, I think was her name. He's like, yeah, she's gone too. They ended up talking about what they do in their job. She's like an actress, and he's studying to be a psychotherapist. So they're talking back for blase blase, and long story short, they end up hooking up that very night. Excuse me? And like, then after that, after they do all that, they wake up in the morning, he ends up calling Mariana, trying to set up something so he could basically talk to her face to face, but she wanted to give him a piece of her mind after what happened that night, last night, on the phone. And so basically he just broke up with her on the phone, and then he hung up on her while she was crying. And it's like their whole relationship was, I don't know if I just read it and it seemed fast in me reading it, or it really did happen fast, because I'm not entirely sure when they first met, like what month it was. But basically they end up getting engaged in December, which is great, so I'm reading this in December, and then they got married in April of the next following year. So girl, I was just like the whole, not at least he went on that whole sleeping with her and still acting like everything's good with his girlfriend. But the fact of the matter is, you could have broke up with her before y'all did all that. You already knew how you was feeling about the girl while y'all was at the club, so why you even had to sleep with her, and then you want to call and break up with her? You already cheated, so you still in the wrong. But like, that was like, okay, if you think I'm gonna be rooting for y'all, I'm not, because I'm a firm believer in you get them how you lose them. So I'm already thinking Kathy about to cheat, or maybe it's his ass. It's gonna be either fucking one, and I can't wait till it happens, because if it don't happen, I'm gonna feel some type of way about it, because y'all know it always happens. It always happens. It always comes back to you when you do some dirty shit like that. But yeah, that's pretty much what chapter 10 was about. So I mean, that is pretty interesting, because it's like, it's giving us like other stuff to talk about instead of just the whole main point, which is of Alicia, even though it's not like doing too much, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like it's a reason it's being stated, and I cannot wait, because I just know one of them is gonna cheat. I just know, and I'm waiting. But yeah, it's not overbearing, if that's what I mean. Like, it's not too much, but it's enough to like, because I mean, at the end of the day, he's not gonna be staying at this job forever. Like, he doesn't, you know, live at the hospital and nothing like that. So, you know, he has to go home. So eventually you have to get a little bit about him and what he does and stuff. And I still think it's something up with him, because like, who leaves their entire job to go to a whole nother location just for one person? See, it's something up with him as well. So I feel like it's a reason why they give us a little bit of information about him and his story and stuff like that. So yeah, but I just want to give you guys an update. I'm on part 2. I probably won't come back for an update until like tomorrow, just because it is late at night. But I am going to continue reading this, and I'll come back to you guys tomorrow morning. What was it? Tomorrow will be Wednesday, updating you guys on how I'm feeling about the book. I think I'm going to get a pretty good chunk. I'm not going to tell y'all how much I'm going to get done, because I always say a number and then I do like the complete, like, I don't want to say opposite. It's just that I am not a fast reader, and I think I set goals that are just a little too high for me, because I am a slow reader. Even though I am at page 50, I'm at page 53. That was actually very quick to get to. It's a quick read, even though the font is small. It's not that bad. It was something completely different compared to the font in Holly Jackson's books. But yeah, so that's pretty much my update so far, what I have. I'm enjoying it so far. Part 2, I'll be giving you guys another update tomorrow. So see y'all then. Let me explain before you say anything, okay? As you guys saw from the video, I edited in. It is Thursday, December 15th, 6:35. I know what you're thinking. Girl, you didn't come to us yesterday, Wednesday. I did do reading yesterday, but let me explain. Listen, hear me out. I am going to say it right now. I did not DNF The Silent Patient. I'm going to finish it, and I promise you guys, when I do my December wrap-up, that book is going to be in my December wrap-up. I promise you it is. But you see, what had happened was, right, see, with mystery and thrillers and stuff like that, you gotta think. At least for me, I gotta think, because I'm trying to figure out what the whole doggone twist is before it happens. So I'm trying to think, you know? Hear me out. Okay? But the thing is, I started reading at night, and that's when I do a lot of my reading. Like, I get it in at night. That sounded a little crazy, but no. Reading, I get it in with reading at night, okay? So I don't really want to be thinking at night. Like, I'm tired, my brain's like, I don't want to do none of that. So little old me was like, I I'm in the mood for a romance right now, you know? A little rom-com, a little funny little romance. That's what I was in the mood for. So I decided to go ahead and pick up Actual Age by Eve Brown because I have not finished this book. I've read the first two. I started this, and I guess you could kind of say I DNF'd it, but I always knew I would come back to it because at the time I wasn't in the mood to read this. I was in the mood to read some toxic shit, if that makes sense. You know what I mean, the toxic type of romances. I was in the mood for that. So I DNF'd it for the time being, and it's been a while since I've read this, but I still remember the main plot of the story because, to be honest with you, even though I love Take a Hint, Danny Brown, that's like my favorite one out of the two because I haven't finished this one. I felt more connected to Eve in a way because I was like, oh my god, why is Miss Talia Hibbert reading me? Like, her character reminded me so much of myself, and I was like, don't be exposed to me like that, okay? So I was like, dang, I really am enjoying her character and everything because I could relate to some of the things that she was talking about, some of the things Eve was going through. So I started reading that, and I'm enjoying it. I think I'm like on page, I'm on chapter 10, page 150. It's like a 300-page book. But then, hear me out. Now this is when some other crap happened. You guys know, I showed you guys in this video a clip of me unboxing my Joel Miller, The Last of Us Part 2 phone case. So you guys should already know I love Joel. I love him so much. I'm currently playing Part 1 over again for the 3rd time. Why? I just love the story, and I love the game, and I love the characters. So what, in my mind, I was just like, I wonder, is there some fanfics about Joel on WATTPAD? And sure to goodness, I found a fanfic about him. So what I decided to do was start reading a fanfic about Joel on WATTPAD. And I'm currently reading it now. And let me just say, I've never had my phone give me an alert that I only have 20% of battery left on my phone, ever. That's what happened yesterday, because I was reading that. Instead of reading Actual Age, Eve Brown, or The Silent Patient, I was reading the fanfic. And I'm still reading the fanfic. And the girl, she like kind of remade it to where it's like Joel has a love interest, but there's also an age gap. And I'm just like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So I'm currently reading that. And she has 2 of it. One, I guess, for, you know, part 1. Then the other one is for part 2. If you know the video games, then you know. And it's really good. I mean, do I know the story already? Because I played the game like 2.5 times, yes. But she still switched up some parts and added another character in to where it's not just Joel and Ellie. It's Joel, Ellie, and Ellie's aunt, Ruth, who is supposed to be traveling with them. Because if you know the story of the game, then you know the story. Okay? So that's currently what I'm reading. I know that is not the book that I had started off on Tuesday, but that's pretty much what your girl's reading right now. Let me just say this. All 3 of these books, because I'm including the WATTPAD books as books. I love WATTPAD. I haven't read WATTPAD in a very long time, honestly, but I had it still on my phone, but I didn't have it downloaded, so I just downloaded it yesterday and to see if they had any like Joel Miller fanfics and stuff, and they did. I was like, so people understand it's not just me, that this man is fine. Well, let's talk about it, because I have him as my screensaver. This is him when he's a little older though. But you gonna tell me that man not fine? Oop, pay attention. You gonna say he not fine? That's crazy. He's a whole DILF. He is a DILF. Let's just acknowledge that. He's a DILF, period. So I'm currently reading that, but let me tell y'all this. I'm gonna have maybe 4, because again, she does have another book for the second game. All 4 of these books are gonna be my wrap up. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. That's all I'm gonna say. I promise you. But I just want to come in and give you guys an update because I actually just got off of work. So yeah, I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna charge up my phone because I know I'm gonna end up reading the fanfic like all this night. I'm gonna give you guys maybe like a little update Friday, which is tomorrow, because I do have a book that's coming tomorrow, so I can unbox that for you guys. And my dog's barking outside, but I could pretty much wrap up this video because also I'm gonna give you an update. I guess I could say it now, but I think I'm gonna start doing like mid-week weekly vlogs, just because during towards the end of the week I do work, so it's going to be a little hard and I'm going to be tired and I'm not going to really want to be on here like, you know, be sluggish and all that. So I might just be recording Sunday to Wednesday my vlogs, and then, you know, doing it like that. So it'll only be like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, those 4 days instead of the whole entire week. So that's what you can expect in my next weekly vlogs. It'll be like mid-weekly vlogs, if that makes sense. But yeah, just want to give you guys an update as far as my reading going. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll link the fanfic if you guys want to check it out yourself. If you know anything about The Last of Us and you want to check it out yourself, I'll link it in the description box down below. But I just want to come and give you guys that update. So yeah. Alright, y'all, so it is Friday. So pretty much as far as reading goes, I know I haven't been doing too much vlogging, and I told you guys in my other clip that I'm pretty much just going to switch to me doing like a mid-week type vlog stuff, because towards the end of the week I am doing work, like working and stuff. So it's like, your girl, I'm reading, but it's just like I don't feel like getting on camera because it's like I'm tired. I just want to read and chill. So, but you guys already know I've been reading my little fanfic. Honestly, let me say this. It's not even really a fanfic. It's really the entire The Last of Us story, but just a little twists and turns with adding another character and trying to add like a little bit of romance element to it, if you will. What was it called? As the World Falls, and it has Joel Miller by the next of it. Let me see. This is basically what it looks like. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been reading. I've even been reading it at work on my break. Okay, go next. So that's pretty much all I've been reading. I wanted to come to you guys with my little closing remarks because I told you guys in my other clip that I had ended up getting a book that I ordered, and it is here today. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox that for you guys. Just going to go ahead and unbox that for you guys now. I've heard really good things about this book. I've heard it's very popular and it's really good, and I heard some people cried while reading it. I'm really excited. Archer's voice. Okay. Honestly, I haven't heard too much of the plot. I think it's like a small town type thing, and it's a romance contemporary type book. So I can go ahead and read you guys a synopsis for it. It basically says, I wanted to lose myself in the small town of Pillion, Maine, to forget everything I had left behind. The sound of rain, the blood, the coldness of a gun against my skin. For 6 months, each breath has been a reminder that I survived, and my dad didn't. I'm almost safe again, but the moment I meet Archer Hale, my entire world tilts on its axis and never rights itself again. Until I trespass into his strange, silent, and isolated world, Archer communicates with no one, yet in his whiskey-colored eyes, something intangible happens between us. There's so much more to him than just his beauty, his presence, or the way his hands communicate with me, on me. But this town is mirrored in secrets and betrayals, and Archer is the explosion center of it all. So much passion and so much hurt, but it's in Archer's silence that we might just find what we need to heal and to live. So yeah, that's pretty much the synopsis. Y'all, look at this. Y'all literally just saw me on camera unbox this. Look at this. Why is there already a bent in the freaking page? The disrespect. Bitch. If I wasn't very eager to read this book, I would definitely send this shit back and get another one. Cause I was like, you could see like the mark. You can see the indent. Like, why is it so big? Like somebody, I know y'all gonna say, girl, you dog ear books anyway, so what's the matter? That's not the point. I don't dog ear books all the way down here. Okay, I don't dog, like, I don't do it that damn big, okay? It's little indents that I do, okay? But I'm gonna let it slide, because it is some little, you know, bumps and bruises on right here. Like, honey, Amazon don't got no respect. Honestly, truthfully, disrespectful. But anyways, so I'm trying to think. Oh, and it has extended epilogue too in this. I'm trying to understand, is he like deaf? Because again, like I said, I really don't know too much about it. And they saying, it says right here, there's so much more to him than just his beauty, his presence, or the way his hands communicate with me. So when they say hands communicate, I'm thinking he does sign language. Does he do sign language? you know, I don't know. Again, I don't know too much other than people cried and they really loved this book. I've only heard great things about this. I just really can't believe they really bent my book like that. Do y'all see this page? Look, that looks so bad. That just really irritates me, and I wanna put this under the Mindfuck series so it can like squish it down or something, because that is a hefty book. But yeah, that's pretty much the other unboxing of the book that I told you guys. I ended up getting this book, and again I got The Second Time We Met by Frances Mensah Williams. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but I got this book and I got Archer's Voice. So yep, these are the 2 unboxings that I had for this week. I'm not getting no more books, I promise y'all. I know I said that before, but I'm for real now. Like, I'm for real. I'm dead ass. For real. I have so many books. My TBR, hot mess. Too many books. I gotta read them. I do think I'm gonna get to this month though, because this sounds really interesting. But I am excited to read this. How many pages? Only like 377 pages. So around 300 pages. I think I can get to this month. I've heard good things about it. I really want to start it. I don't know. I have so many books that I want to start reading that you probably will see next week's vlog. You'll see it in next week, because I actually downloaded The Confidence of Wildflowers. I've heard things about this too, and I know this is an age gap, and y'all, I'm currently in the mood for an age gap. I ain't gonna cap. I mean, obviously, if I'm reading a whole Joel Miller fanfic type thing, and you know he's like, what, mid-40s, mid-50s? No, mid-40s to 50s years old, and the girl who was added on in the story is like, I think it was like a 14-year age gap, something like that. I'm in the mood for an age gap. Can you tell? So, yeah, I don't know which one I'm going to get to first. All I know is, let me tell you, Eve Brown, The Silent Patient, they will all be on my wrap-up. I promise you. I'm just going to have to push some of these books up, because, you know, I'm keeping my promise. I'm going to read those books, but I also want to read this book, and I want to read this book. So, I'm sorry the light is so bright. Sorry, but yeah. But that's pretty much it for this vlog, you guys. I'm gonna get better with the vlogs, I promise y'all. You gotta rock with me until we get it right, okay? I feel like I know now what I need to do as far as my vlogs go. I want to do midweek, because doing a full week, I'm gonna be slagging and just not doing what I need to be doing towards the end of the week, because I have work. So, you know, I'm not really gonna be in the mood like that. You feel me? So yeah. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Also turn on your notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm trying to get some more uploads out, not just once a week anymore, just because I don't have school right now. I'm on my winter break. So really all I'm worrying about now is just like my gaming channel, this channel, and then work as of right now. But yeah, I'm trying to get the videos out, trying to come up with the content, trying to come up with the videos. Even next year, even when I do still have school and stuff like that, because I actually have an intern next semester, I'm still going to be coming with the videos, because I really enjoy making them. And yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.